Good morning. I wanted to do this video quite quickly, but I received some interesting news today, probably about an hour ago, and I just wanted to share some perspective, um, just to give you guys like some context. For those of you that have been following my situation, I was in a serious car accident back in January, almost died. So I obviously was hospitalized for some time, and we're still receiving a lot of the financial like fallout from that. Even though we have great insurance and pretty much always have, co-insurance is a thing, and we are finally starting to see some of those, bills come in. And I received a pretty significantly high medical bill this morning. And that was just very like devastating for me because we've already had so many come through. Because not only was I hospitalized, but I also had a lot of recovery to go through as well, and follow-up appointments and things. So I found myself, when I got the bill, I found myself just breaking down, right? I was literally standing in my daughter's room going through their clothes, and I hear my email go off, and I check it, and all I see is this number, and then it's from the hospital, from when I was hospitalized. And I just remember, like, literally, I just dropped everything, right? And I just kind of went to the ground, because at this point, this is probably, I have to say, like maybe the 50th bill we've received since January for medical expenses. And I was just like, God, why are you allowing this? Like, why are you allowing us to constantly, what it feels like constantly, go through these such trials for something that I literally, like, I couldn't control. I couldn't control that I was in a car accident. I couldn't control how much care I needed. I couldn't control, how it affected my family. And I just remember telling myself in that moment, this is not fair. Like, this isn't fair. It's not fair. Why are you allowing me and my family to consistently be, I almost felt like re-traumatized is what the word I want to use. And I just heard him. Like, I'm sitting there on the floor, and it was like he was talking in my ear. And he was like, was it fair for Jesus to have to die for your sins? Was it fair that he had to walk on this earth with the same trials that you went through, and he was able to be perfect and you weren't? And I was just like, in the moment, I'm literally crying, because I'm just so broken down at this point. This has just been a really hard year, like a very hard year in so many ways, not just my situation, just in so many ways. And it's kind of to the point where the minute anything else happens, it's just like, what else do you expect me to kind of deal with? And sitting on the floor questioning God for why he's allowing certain things, telling him that this isn't a fair situation, as if I have a right to expect that I'm treated equally, or that I'm given a certain privilege that I haven't earned. It was like an eye-opener for me. And the reason I'm sharing that is because I feel like a lot of us need that perspective. Like, I feel like a lot of us have to check ourselves, because we expect certain things. We're Christians. I think it becomes natural. Like, I'm a Christian. I believe in God. I know what God says he's going to do for me. I'm expecting this. And when things happen, we forget that he also tells us we are going to go through trials and tribulations. He's going to be there with us. But the expectation is never that we're not going to face those things. And it never said that it was going to be fair. He never said things would be fair. And if you look at Jesus' story and the life he lived and the experiences he had to go through, none of it was fair. I mean, if you really want to get down to like what it was, nothing Jesus encountered, he should have encountered if it was going to be based on what was fair and what wasn't. It's Jesus. Like, and I had to literally, it was like a slap in the face, kind of like, who are you to expect that you are not going to deal with things, even a lot of things, in 1 month, 1 year, whatever the case may be. But who are you to say that that's not fair? You are my child, and I will care for you, and I will be there for you, and I will see you through. But you will experience these things. And the more that you doubt me in the process, the more work you have to do. And it was the eye-opener that I needed, because literally in that moment I was like, Lord, I know who you are. I know who you say you are. I know what you're going to do. I know that you've given me a future and a hope, and I don't care what I'm going through. I'm not going to doubt that. I'm not going to doubt you. And I had a moment of doubt, and it was really disappointing. I was disappointed in myself, because how can I doubt him? How can I feel like, because I'm going through these things, all of a sudden the things that he's promised, the fact that I know that I'm going to get through this. Like, I don't know how I'm going to pay this bill. I don't know how I'm going to pay the other 49 bills we've received. I don't. But I know who Jesus Christ is. I know who God is. And I know that as long as I keep the faith, it does not matter what I know how I'm going to do. It doesn't matter what I can and can't do based off of my own common knowledge. It doesn't matter, because that's not what I'm depending on. And I just wanted to share that with you guys, because I hope that you check yourself at the door when you recognize that you're questioning God, that you're asking him why this isn't fair, why this is happening to you. The reality is, why isn't it? Why wouldn't it? Why not you? And what are you going to do about it? This is the point where I have to come closer to God and really lean in on him, because I have no answers, right? I have no answers. He is the only answer. So I'm encouraging you, when you get to this point and you don't have the answers, you don't know where they're going to come from, remind yourself who he is and what he has promised, and lean into him. That's all you can do. Let him take care of the rest. Bye, guys.